Welcome to the Team Championship Week in Michigan, the grand finale of the LIV Golf season, live from the Cardinal at St. John's. The brackets are set, legends and young stars collide, and history tells us to expect upsets. From Rahm's Team Championship debut, to Cam Smith's defending Ripper's crown, to the blockbuster Dustin Johnson versus Brooks Koepka showdown, every storyline points to a dramatic team championship. And we're here to talk about it all. Welcome to the Club 54 pre-round show. I'm your host, Christian Crosby, and LIV Golf makes its first visit at Michigan for the Team Championship season finale. Jon Rahm makes his debut at the Team Championship, while Cam Smith and his Rippers are the defending champions. This week is lining up to be one of the most exciting. But first, we have a new format. Let's take a look at how it all works.
From day one, this season ender has delivered chaos.
It is a carnival out there.
Comebacks.
The 13th seeds have knocked off the defending champions.
And cold-blooded competition.
Could be the definitive moment in the team championship final.
Four Aces GC took it in 2022. Crushers GC crushed it in 2023. Ripper GC roared back in 2024.
They are the four wonders from down under.
Now it's Michigan's time, and the 2025 format is more ruthless than ever. No buys, no lifelines, just straight-up team-on-team combat. Win and you advance, but defeat ends the dream.
You cannot take your eyes off this.
It kicks off early. 12th and 13th place teams after LIV Golf Indianapolis fight for the final spot. Then the full dozen go head-to-head. Friday, all 12 teams play. Top seeds pick their opponents. Each matchup is worth 3 points. 2 singles, 1 alternate shot foursomes. First to 2 advances. Saturday, 6 remain, 3 survive. The heat rises. Sunday, the final shootout. 18 holes of stroke play. All 4 scores count. No passengers, no excuses. Every shot matters. One team takes the title. The rest, better luck next season. This is how team champions are made. This is LIV Golf.
13 teams, 1 champion, and it all comes down to now. Here is the final bracket for our team championship. The #1 seed, Jon Rahm's Legion 13, taking on Adrian Meronk and the Cliques, the 11th seed team. Rahm, our 2025 individual champ, after shooting a final round 11 under 60, will make his team championship debut after missing last year's tournament with an illness. Then we have Crushers, 2nd seed, taking on Majestic, the 12th seed. Majestics, however, fresh off a play-in match win on Wednesday versus Ironheads. Crushers have 3 podium finishes this year. Fireballs GC taking on Phil Mickelson's High Flyers Torquay versus the Range Goats. 4 Aces taking on Smash. It's a showdown between Titans, Dustin Johnson and Brooks Koepka, and the defending team champions face off with their South African rivals. It's Ripper GC versus Stinger GC as we head into our team championship. To join us to talk about it, we have 3-time PGA Tour winner, 4 Aces champion, and Mr. Swagger himself, Pat Perez, and your favorite LIV Golf analyst, my best friend forever, Mr. Jerry Falk.
Makes him laugh every time.
I love it. I love it. I'm never going to stop. This is our final week together. I'm getting a little emotional, but how exciting are all of these storylines heading into team championship? How do we feel, boys?
But personally, we have great storylines. Just went through all of them. It's almost exhausting. There's 18 different matches out there today, but we have great weather. We have great crowds here in Plymouth, Michigan for our 3rd straight week on the Midwestern Swing. That is so encouraging.
Well, we have a new format as well. All 12 teams are playing all 3 rounds. We also have no bye weeks. How does this affect the competition, Jerry?
Well, it affects competition because the top 4 seeds have to play 1 extra match this week that they didn't have to play last year. But the fact is, it's still match play. You're going to get tired of hearing this at home. We're going to get tired of saying it. Anything can happen in 18 holes of match play, no matter what it says on paper.
Pat, you're no stranger to team competition and match play. You're a part of the historic run in 2022 with the 4 Aces, 4 titles in 2022, and of course, the team championship. Take us back, Pat. I mean, look at you here. Look a little different, but take us back. What was going on during that insane run?
Nobody on the planet was happier than me at that point right there. You could have won the Powerball 3 times in a row and you would have been happier than I am.
I'd say you arguably have the best celebrations at LIV Golf too.
I just played, that was just kind of my week. I played not so good the whole year, but then Claude and I got to work. I got there a week before it started to try to get ready and not let the team down. And we won our Forsome match, and then I haven't played well at Doral really, and shot 2 under, which was for me amazing at the time, and we won the title. It was awesome.
You and the 4 Aces were the first ever LIV Golf Team champions. Just legacy, how does that feel? What does that mean to you?
It's cool. This league's gonna be around a long time, so to be the first in anything is pretty cool. So it was an awesome summer. We won every event in the United States, and we won the team title at the end. It was awesome. It was just an amazing turn of events. It was like kind of 2 years. One playing the PGA Tour and then playing LIV. It was just a kind of an emotional roller coaster. It was just awesome to be part of the whole thing.
Well, speaking of 4 Aces, you're going to be following the Battle of the Titans between Dustin Johnson and Brooks Koepka.
It really is.
I would love to hear your opinion on this matchup. These guys are both legends in their own right, but how do we expect this to go down today, Pat?
Well, neither one have had their best year. They both haven't won this year, which is actually beyond amazing. But, I give the edge to DJ there.
What about you, Jerry? This is a pretty interesting matchup, especially guys like Taylor Gooch, taking on Patrick Reed.
Best match of the day. Best match of the day. If
like
I were out here
100%.
watching just one match, going to walk around with one match, I would watch that match because they're both great players. They both won this year, and they play almost identical styles of game. Pat might be just a little better. Patrick Reed might be a little better around the greens, and maybe Taylor's a little better on approach play. But for the most part, that's a flip a coin match right there.
Is it fair to say the entire matchup, all the teams versus each other, is a pretty equal matchup?
I think it definitely is. Again, I played with Taylor our second year and our first year, sorry, and just a phenomenal match player. He's got a great mind for it, just the way Patrick Reed. Like Jerry said, this is the match of the day. It's definitely a coin flip. It's going to be awesome to watch. Taylor's just as strong as Patrick Reed when it comes mentally to match play.
I see DJ as a pretty heavy favorite just based on recent form against Brooks, but Brooks probably wants to beat DJ more than he's ever wanted to win a match in his life outside of perhaps a Ryder Cup. The intriguing one to me is we have the coin flip in Reed and Gooch, but then you have another coin flip. It could go 8 and 7. Either way, we don't know it in the foursomes match between Varner, Peters, and McDowell. Kokrak. Varner and Peters, they're the box of chocolates. You do not know what you're going to get. They can go out and shoot 9 under today, or they can go out and shoot 3 over and get mopped. And then you got 2 of the most consistent players in McDowell and Kokrak that they're up against. So that match right there, to me, is going to be that's going to decide who advances.
Who's the box of chocolates of our broadcast? Is it Pat?
Oh, God, are you kidding? No. He's the whole chocolate factory.
All right, we're going to talk more about the competition, but first we're going to toss it over to Rachel Drummond. She's live on the range as we speak, getting an eye on all the competition. Rachel, over to you.
Guys, it's as if you knew that I was going to be here. I've got Gooch and I've got Brooks right behind me. This is one of my favorite formats in golf, and there's a different energy about the boys this week. So let's look at Gooch first. He's warming up here with his coach Boyd. As you said, it's going to be so hard to pick these boys. Captain Brooks coming back here. Let's get a look at him. You can see he's working at the moment let's get a look at that golf ball. It's teed slightly lower. One of the things about this golf course is you've got to hit it well off the tee. If you get it in position off the tee, you're set for a good day. Ricky, what's the strategy for today? Match play, different format.
Try and win more holes than the guy you're playing.
It's perfect. That's the easy way. Ricky always gives us the best answers. Right, let's start walking. Fireballs. Captain Sergio, let's get a look here. And Abe Answer going out in the singles. He said Abe is so comfortable playing by himself. We've got Benji back in the fold. Benji, talk to me a little bit about the course and how it's set up for Sergio this week.
It's good shape. Some fun match play holes. Some short ones, some long ones, some dog legs. So it's going to be a challenge for everybody.
Perfect. Thank you, Benji. Wait, I'm going to ask Sergio a quick one. Sergio, can I just get one really quickly? You're one of the best match players. Really quickly, you're one of the best match players. What's the mentality out there today?
No, I mean, it's at the end of the day, it comes down to executing and playing well. Obviously, for me and Josele in the foursomes, it's about being consistent, supporting each other, and just grinding it out. So I have a lot of faith in my guys, and hopefully we'll get through.
You know how much Mickelson wanted that rematch. If you didn't know about this Mickelson rematch, one of the Ryder Cups, what we saw Sergio and Mickelson having between them 18 or 19 birdies, and they halved the match, which is just ridiculous. Here we are, Team Ripper, past champions last year. Let's watch Cam. Matty Jones playing with leash behind him. Cam, I'm jumping up on you. We know how good you are at match play. We know how much it meant to win last year. What's the strategy going into today?
I don't know, really. I think just play aggressive. There's going to be a ton of birdies out there. Yeah, the more you can hit it close, the more you can make the putts, the better off you're going to be, obviously. So, yeah, plenty of drivers, give yourself plenty of opportunities, and hopefully it works out. Play well, Cam.
Right, let's keep on moving. We got Bubba against Neiman, which I can't wait to see. Two of the greatest shot shapers in the game. Play well, Neiman. Neiman, final thoughts, match play?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough day, so I'm excited for that.
Play well, Captain. Right, I'm making Richie work for his money today. There's someone down here I want to talk to, Chris. I've got to find him. There's so many people on the range today. Where is Chris? Majestics, what a result. They knocked out the Ironheads on Wednesday. Where's Chris? He's right down here with DJ and the Crushers. I'm going to be following that match today. We've got Westy matched up against Bryson. Chris, that was a marathon to get down to there.
Yes, I'm at the back end of the range here.
Now, you came here one of the first events, and you're here again. What change do you see?
Well, first of all, today going match play and alternate shot, that's what we want to see, right? In sport, you want to see two heavyweights in a phone booth just going at it. That's what we have today with DJ and Brooks. And don't sleep on the alternate shot. Like Graham McDowell and Kokrak playing together today, it's going to be fun.
You might take my job, Chris. Have a lovely day.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Hello, boys. Where you at?
Oh, we see you.
Yeah, we see you. Rachel, I got a question for you about the match you're following. Westwood versus Bryson. Little lopsided on paper, and a course that I would think would suit Bryson with some monster par fours and then 3 drivable par fours. What does Westwood have to do in your mind to stay in this match and have a chance to win at the end?
Jerry, I'm so excited about this one. And do you know what? I watched Lee play his game on Wednesday, and the only way I could describe him, and this is no offensive at all, we know in match play this is important, he just plodded his way around. And then when he needed to, he dropped in an eagle and a birdie when he had to. You know, Bryson, he's got so much power, but he needs control this week. So it's going to come down to who finds the most fairways.
Well, thank you so much, Rachel, as always. And Jerry, we want to thank you because you have to head over to the main show now.
Yes, time for me to fly.
Any final thoughts before you head out of here?
My final thought is there's going to be an upset or two today. There always is in match play. If there are no upsets, I'm going to be upset. That's my final thought.
I'm going to be upset if you don't tell us which match will have the upset. Give us a prediction, Jerry. Come on, Jerry. Come on, Jerry.
The one he gives no chance to. High Flyers.
Okay.
High Flyers.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Jerry, thanks for sticking with us. Pat, you're not going anywhere.
I'm out of here.
Next up, we have chat about the Fireballs versus Phil Mickelson's High Flyers and the Legion 13 matchup against Adrian Mironk and the Cliques. Stay with us. It's the Club 54 pre-round show, team championship here in Michigan.
Here's the deal. Your regular season was a loss. You didn't live up to your expectations. Put it behind you because you can change all of that right now with one great weekend run.
And we are just getting started with the action, Pat. We have to talk about Phil Mickelson and his High Flyers taking on the Fireballs. Now, Phil is having the best LIV season so far that he's ever had, but is that going to be enough for David Puig, someone who has played such a great season this year, playing some of his best golf, right?
He is. He's a phenomenal young player. I play with him all the time at home. I think he's going to be an absolute superstar. Phil has more than his hands full today. Now, he played 25 straight team championships between the Ryder Cup and the President's Cup. David's played 0. You know, he hasn't even played anything out here in a match play format. So Phil's mine, but again, you're talking about 25 or 22 against a 55-year-old, and Puig hit today mild.
Right, that's a 32-year age gap between this matchup.
I mean, Phil knows this, but again, Phil, this is not a very long course, so Phil is not out of it lengthwise. If this was Miami, it might be a little different ball game, but it's a short course. Phil knows what we need to do. He's one of the greatest minds of all time that's played, which is why he's had so much success.
Do you agree with the strategy of the Fireballs, putting Puig against Phil and Abe versus Cameron Tringali?
I do. Yeah, I wish Sergio was playing Phil, because that's one of his old-time classic. It's almost like one of those Shell's Wonderful World of Golf type matches that would come to life. But you got to get points, and I love the fact that Sergio put himself with Josele, because you have a kid that just came out of college that has played match play, but not with his idol. So I think that he's going to carry him through. I think it's phenomenal. I love the strategy that Sergio went with.
Pat, I think this could end up being one of the most exciting sleeper matchups that could be neck to neck the entire time, considering the balance here. I know you might disagree with that.
I think they're going to win all of them. So I think it's 3-0. Jerry seems to think it's not, but I think it's going to be a sweep.
I don't know, Pat. We'll see.
Though. I have been wrong once in my life before.
Talk about our next matchup as we enter into the team championship here at LIV Golf Michigan. Legion 13 taking on the Cliques. Legion 13, by the way, they've been dominant all season, leading in 6 of 7 categories. John Rahm taking on Adrian Meronk. John decided to take on Adrian and the Cliques instead of the Majestics, which is pretty interesting. He said in his press conference, with that extra day of practice, win over Ironheads GC, Majestics would be a dangerous team. So now he's going here. Hatton's taking on Bland, by the way. And then, of course, here are our foursomes, Surratt and McKibben taking on Ketchup and Heimer. This is going to be a very interesting matchup here. A strategy from Legion to take on Cliques instead of Majestics. Do you agree with that, Pat? But before I go to you, let's talk to Dom, who's going to be following this matchup
Get in
here.
there, Dom.
Dom Boulay. What's up, Dom?
Hey, it's all good down here, Christian, but as you said, I'm following John Rahm, who's playing Adrian Meronk. On paper, John Rahm's a heavy favorite, especially after his 60 last week, and he's been on a torrid run. Second, fifth, second, his last 4 events. But don't forget Adrian Meronk. He had a sneaky top 10 last week. He made 15 birdies and 3 eagles in that tournament. And you know what? He's a better putter than John Rahm. If he can make 5 or 6 birdies today's round, he's going to take John Rahm pretty deep into those 18 holes.
Dom, John Rahm is making his debut in the team championship, following his individual championship win. How high are the expectations for John?
Very high, very high. He was disappointed. Obviously, he was sick last year. He couldn't partake in this team championship, and he's going to be pumped up. And he's been playing so brilliantly. He wants to cap a win this year. He didn't have an individual win in the season, but he wants to get this team championship win.
Dom, I could say that Richard Bland would be a tremendous underdog against Hatton, but I don't think so. I think because this course is not so long, I think Richard Bland's going to give Tyrrell Hatton a little bit more than he wants. What do you think?
Yeah, I absolutely think so. I mean, Tyrrell Hatton, Richard Bland is just a terrific player. He's playing the best golf of his life. He's 52 years old. He's up against it with Tyrrell. But like you said, on this golf course, which is not that long, Pat, as long as he keeps it in the fairway, which he does, he's going to be hitting first. And if he gets it close inside of Tyrrell, he's a good putter too. He could upset him. Yeah, exactly.
Well, Dom, you're going to have front row seats to the action, so good luck out there, Dom, and thanks for joining us on the show. Pat, let's keep talking about these matchups here. There's another one we have to talk about. Historically, South Africa has had sports rivalry with Australia. Ripper GC versus Stinger GC. This is probably the most equal head-to-head matchup that we have seen. We're going to actually toss it over to Sue-Ann Hang as she is covering this team. But first, here are the matchups. Lucas Herbert versus Dean Burmester. That's going to be an interesting one, Pat. Next up for our singles match, it's Cam Smith, our captain of Ripper GC, taking on Brandon Grace. And of course, our foursomes matchup as well. Louis Oosthuizen, Charles Schwartzel taking on Mark Leishman and Matt Jones. All right, let's toss it over to Sue-Ann Hang to talk more about this battle. Sue-Ann, what's going on over there?
Oh man, it is going to be a fantastic matchup between Stinger and Ripper GC. I'm going to start with outside of golf. They've got massive rivalry between the rugby, the cricket, which by the way, South Africa beat Australia today. There's going to be some serious vengeance going into Friday's matches. But I'm going to go specifically, the match that I'm following is Brendan Grace and Cam Smith. Now that's an interesting one because obviously Gracie's found some serious form in the last 4 events. Statistically in the last 4 events, he has now become the top 4 statistically on our league. That's how much momentum he is carrying into this week. Now, Cam Smith hasn't had the year that he's wanted, but Cam knows how to score. He's a guy that gets as much out of his round as anyone I have seen, and so he grinds through it. And of course, Ripper GC defending the team title. They know how to win as a team. They know what it's like to be, a band of brothers and come together and play really well. And so does the Stingers, by the way.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. Look, match play is kind of up to always the 10-footers, 12-footers make. Because of that, I kind of have a little bit more confidence in someone like a Cam Smith, who's obviously leading in putting stats. But Gracie's found some form with a flat stick too. So I think this matchup could go very well to the end.
I agree with you, Sue-Ann. Adelaide gave us fireworks between these two teams. Do you think it's possible for Ripper GC to get a back-to-back team championship win, considering Stinger GC has surged up that leaderboard towards the end of the season? They've caught heat at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really tough question because obviously last year we had a completely different format. They got a bye straight into, the semifinals. But listen, it's match play. This is a golf course that is completely different to the one we played in Dallas. I think anything can happen in match play, which is why it is just so exciting to watch and see what happens. Now, the foursomes match is going to be interesting too because Leash has never played in a foursome on LIV, and this week, at least today, he's paired up with Jonesy. So, I don't know. I think it will be really, really interesting.
So, Anna, are you surprised that Louis is not playing in the singles match, or do you think he's kind of trying to hide because he didn't really play so well this year? But, my question is, he can't really hide, playing in the foursomes because it's going to, obviously every shot's going to really matter for him because he could let Charles down. Are you surprised, though, that Louis is not playing the singles match?
Not at all. I think they've had some success as a pairing, Louis and Charles, in a foursomes, and I think they're able to really, support each other through kind of maybe a year that they haven't had their best. Now, they joke in the press conference about Louis, Louis said, well, we're both not hitting it very well, so we're just going to hit it and see what happens. But I think with Gracie's momentum coming into this week, and as well as Dean obviously winning in Chicago, it just made more sense for them to put those two guys as a single. And Charles and Louis, I think they've had some experience too in the past, right?
Exactly.
Playing
Beat us
foursome,
last year.
Yeah, they beat you guys.
That's
right.
a tough team, let me tell you. No, I agree with you 100%, Sue-Ann. I think putting Gracie and Burnby out there first, they're playing great, and who knows with that last match. I mean, Jonesy hasn't played great at all this year, so, maybe he can lean on Leash, but that last match is pretty even, actually, because, other than Leash, everyone's played kind of the same. So I'm with you on that.
Well, thank you so much, Sue-Ann, and good luck out there today. Pat, as someone who knows match play so well, this is a pretty interesting matchup. What's going to be the biggest X factor between these two teams to get the job done?
Well, I mean, really, whoever hits it close will make the more punts. That's obviously what match play is all about. But I think it's so hard for me to handicap this match because they are so good. The only one that's really questionable is the foursomes match because, again, Leash has played the best of all 4 of them. But, it's really going to who hits the worst shots.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I do think that Gracie's going to beat Cam, and I do think that Burnby's going to beat Herbie. So I think that the Stingers are going to move on. That's my opinion. I don't know much, but that's what I'm that's what
You
I'm
don't
going
know
with.
much, yeah, okay. Here's another look at the team championship bracket as we head into our first quarterfinals here. Stay with us. We have more to come talking about Torquay GC versus the Range Goats. It's Club 54 pre-round show, LIV Golf, Michigan.
Lost out on your individual championship. That's okay. You know what's nicer? Winning a team title and sharing the podium with your boys.
5-time season winner Joaquin Niemann takes on 2-time major winner Bubba Watson. It's Torque GC versus the Range Goats. Pretty exciting matchup to discuss. Now, Bubba has improved this season. He's playing his best golf recently. With enough, arguably, against one of the best or best ever players in LIV, Bubba Watson, who's just doing such a great job. What do you think about this matchup?
I think Waco's got the advantage again. You know, unfortunate for him last week, didn't get the title. You know, that's because of the point system, in my opinion. But nonetheless, Bubba is not a sleeper. Obviously, he's won 2 Masters. He's played Ryder Cups. He's got plenty of experience. But I see Waco winning that match.
We got Mito Pereira taking on Ben Campbell. Statistically, Ben obviously has the edge. Personally, what do you think about this matchup? Mito's obviously in a tough position here.
I mean, Mito should be the clear favorite because, you know, he has the most experience of what's going on. But Ben Campbell won, you know, Morocco last year on the International Series. Ben Campbell played, he finished 3rd this year. Mito had played terrible the whole year. This is a true wild card. I don't know who's going to come out of what. But I think that's a smart matchup.
Yeah,
I really do. I think you have, you know, 2 questionables. I mean, I would actually give the match to Ben Campbell, to be honest with you.
Torque has 3 top 10 players, but only 1 LIV Golf title. Range Goats are an aggressive team. I think they do have a chance here against Torque.
This is a good place. This is a good course for Ben Campbell because, like Morocco, this is a shorter course, but you got to be in the fairway. And Ben Campbell drives it nice, so I just see him winning that match.
All right, well, we'll talk a little bit more about the competition. Stay with us here on the Club 54 pre-round show. Pat, I'm trying to get your final thoughts in a second.
All right.
All right, y'all, there's no time like the present to sign up for the league's loyalty program, LiveX. You can keep up with the news and information about the league's 13 teams and, of course, your favorite players. There's also fun, interactive games to keep you entertained. It's all through the LiveX hub on the LiveOff app. Sign up today. All right, Pat, I have a list of questions here for your final thoughts. Okay. I need brutal honesty because the fans always love to hear it from you, Pat, which you always do anyway. Greatest Cinderella story would be?
Majestics. I mean, Majestics, they played so bad this year. You know, they almost lost Ironheads, who, you know, played the worst of anybody. But that would be the ultimate Cinderella story.
Most exciting matchup for today?
Brooks and DJ, and I can't wait to see these 2 heavyweights go at it. I hope that they both play well. It comes down, I hope they make a ton of birdies. You know, they're somewhat close friends, but I know they want to beat the brains out of each other.
Which matchup would you say has the most uncertain outcome?
I'm going to say the Stinger and the Ripper, to be honest with you.
Really?
Just because it's literally, I don't want to say it's a coin flip, but they're so evenly matched, it's so hard to pick who's going to win.
If you had to choose which matchup is a done deal, just for fun, which one's a done deal?
The Majestics, unfortunately.
Okay. And lastly, favorite storyline of the day, Pat. Which one is it? There's a lot.
There's too many. I mean, there's too many things going on. You know, I want my aces to get all the way. I want them to win again. They haven't won this year, so to win the team championship would be an amazing kind of exclamation point for them. I think they're gonna get all the way. I just really do. I know they're gonna get to Sunday, but if they can get it done, the singles match, I think it would be an awesome story.
One thing's for sure, the energy definitely feels a little different out there. Everyone's dialed in. It's going to be exciting.
Everyone's a little more quiet. They know how important this is. It's not as much fun in games as it kind of is on a Friday.
I do agree.
Real serious.
Let's take a final look at the bracket as we head into our team championship showdown here at LIV Golf Michigan. Our first seed Legion takes on Cleeks, Crushers versus Majestics, Fireballs taking on High Flyers. It's Torque GC taking on Bubba and his Range Goats. Man, what a lineup here. We're looking forward to that 4 Aces Smash GC matchup, and the Ripper GCs take on Stinger as well. It's all going down just moments away from the shotgun start. We'll see you in the main broadcast, and following that, of course, we have our Club 54 post-round show. This is the team championship matchup. As you know, we got 1 trophy on the line, baby.
Can't wait. Look at that scene. Phenomenal. I'll tell you, the hotel and the whole thing is so awesome. The church, the cathedral is incredible.
That's right. We're next on Fox. After that, it's the post-round show. We'll see you there. You got me, Pat?
I got you.
1, 2, 3. Peace.